Autobots, roll out!
Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Generations Orion Pax, and I love this toy. Originally released in July of 2013, this guy originally retailed for approximately $15, and as you can see here, he's somewhat of a futuristic Cybertronian maybe kind of truck, if you will. I really enjoy this vehicle mode here. In truck mode, he's approximately 4.5 inches long and about 1.5 inches tall. He's kind of small for a deluxe size, but he's really cool. So, as I'm sure you guys are all aware, Orion Pax was Optimus Prime when he was still a civilian before he became Optimus Prime. That was his original name. So we never really got a figure of this for the G1 line. There was a eHobby exclusive where they took a cup figure and repainted him. And I kind of like what they've done here, because originally that cup figure was supposed to be, Cup was originally like a futuristic truck, if you will. If you imagine what a futuristic space age truck would have looked like back in the 80s, or something from Cybertron kind of assimilating itself to Earth. That was what Cup looked like. So when they did the Orion Pax repaint, they used that mold for that reason. So he was some kind of a futuristic looking truck. And they've translated that into the Generations figure here. This is some sort of a futuristic looking little truck here, or maybe something that came from Cybertron and, you know, somewhat assimilated with a Earth form from the future or something like that. It's, you know, you can just kind of come up with your own little story for this, because it's such a cool design and I really love it. Hero's really nice. Again, he's kind of a small figure, but it does so much. It's such a cool little figure. Check out all the detail that they gave this guy. Now, one minor gripe that I do have with this guy is that the hood is blue. And I kind of wish that the hood would be red, because it kind of goes with the Optimus Prime motif of the red front with the blue back. But when we get into the transformation, you'll understand why this is the way it is. There really was no way around it, but still, you know, in a perfect world, that would have been a red hood. Now, Orion here did come with some weapons. He's got this little cannon blaster here, which kind of resembles what his G1 rifle would look like, or what it would look like eventually after he evolved. So, you know, it's kind of like a smaller or shorter version of Optimus's G1 rifle. I really like this a lot. And then he also came with his Energon axe, because we all know G1 Optimus Prime had an Energon axe, so there it is. Now, there is some way of not really storing this, but carrying the weapons with the vehicle. There isn't a real storage for them anywhere on here. What they want you to do is, there are two portholes, one on each side of the vehicle. So you can take either of these, doesn't matter which, and you can just kind of peg them there. And that's supposed to be some kind of a side cannon attached to the vehicle there. And then this guy can peg in over here if you want, and just kind of put them there. And now you just have very obvious weapons attached to the side of the vehicle. So I don't play that way. So you could kind of maybe do that. You know, I still, you know, if they did it, I probably still would complain about it. But now that they doesn't have it, I'm gonna be that fan. It would have been cool if they would have put that a peg here, or somehow of mounting the weapon there. If they're gonna have you mount the weapon on the vehicle, at least make it in a way that you could shoot something while you're driving. And of course, had they done that, I'd still be complaining about it, because I don't like putting my weapons on my vehicles. But so I'm just being silly, don't mind me. All right, let's get to the transformation. So transformation for this guy is really cool. Like I said, this guy does a lot for such a small figure. So we're going to start here with the front. We're going to take the grill of the truck, and we're just going to pop this up. And we're going to take this entire front of the truck and the sides here. This whole thing is just going to split, just like so. And then you kind of, it does have a tendency to get caught on the wheels. So you want to just watch and make sure that the hood goes over that wheel, because this wheel is on a rotation also. So just kind of hold the wheels in place, take these sides and just bring them all the way out, just like so. You can bring them all the way down like this if you want. That's fine, just right there. So, now these back pieces of the truck here, these are connected. These are going to be the arms, and these are connected to these blue parts, which are going to be the legs. So, Let me fold these out of the way just so you can see better right there. So just go ahead and unpeg the arms from the legs, and as you can see, the whole truck here is going to split. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit. There we go. So there you go. The whole truck just kind of split in half, just like so. Take them at the waist, rotate them all the way around, separate the legs, and I feel like I popped something when I did that just now. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, separate the legs, come around the back here. These are going to be the feet. You're going to pop the feet down, and then you're going to spin them around. Same on the side here. Bring on his foot, spin it around, and then you're going to take these sides of the truck here, and this whole, make sure that front grill port is still up. This whole thing is just going to come up and over the leg here and click right into place, forming the front of his shins. And there you go. There's the legs pretty much all done, and you can probably see now why they had to make that hood blue, because that's going to become the front of his legs, which, of course, we want those to be blue as well. Now, we're going to go up here to the top. Go ahead. There's a hinge right here, right under the cab. Go ahead and rotate that down. Bring these wheels. Go ahead and take these wheels here and bring these all the way back like so. Just like that. Split these guys right up here. These are going to be the shoulders, so go ahead and split these guys. And then there's two hinges. You can see a pin here, and then you can see another pin just starting to peek out right there. So you're going to want to fold that out just like so. If you look on here, there's a little slot on the bottom of that shoulder, and that is going to slot right into that mirror right there. That kind of looks like, I don't know if that's a peg or if that's supposed to be a rearview mirror or what, but whatever that is, that's going to slot in right there. So go ahead and do that on both sides. There you go. I don't know why that took some doing to get that in there, but it did. There you go. So now that that's in, go ahead and pop the head up. Once you got the head popped up, you can bring these wheels all the way back. And as you can see, the torso is still somewhat elevated from the rest of the body. Go ahead and bring that all the way down until it clicks into place. Rotate the arms, bring these guys down, rotate them so that the yellow arrows are pointing forward. And finally, just reach in here and rotate his fists out. And there is Orion Pax in robot mode, and I really love the way this guy looks. I think he looks so good and such a good representation of that G1 Orion Pax that we got in the original cartoon. Just a good modernized version of that character model that we got in the cartoon. Here in robot mode, Orion Pax is approximately 5.5 inches tall. Again, kind of small for a deluxe. A lot of detail, though. You saw a lot of engineering that went into this guy. This guy has a really involved transformation. Very, very fun figure to have. Taking a closer look at his head, let's see if we can get focused in here. Look at that. I absolutely love the head sculpt on this guy. Of course, being Orion Pax, he is not going to have his mouth plate. He didn't get his mouth plate until he became Optimus Prime. That wasn't clipped in all the way. So, as far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint, so he can move his head up and down. You can rotate it some, but you've got this plate, this little plate in the back here, so you're not going to get a whole lot of movement. You know, it's going to be restricted. It's on a ball joint, but it's going to be restricted. It would have been nice, again, minor complaint. You can see that the panel goes all the way down behind the wheels there. It would have been nice at this pin right here if it just folded down one more time and tucked in behind these wheels. That would have been nice, but, you know, they can only do so much. So that's the head. You've got rotation at the shoulders. You've got a fold in and out at the shoulder. Rotation at the bicep. You've got a really nice bend at the elbow there. And then you've also got a, you saw that the wrists go in and out due to transformation. But even though that's on a swivel, you still get that rotation at the wrist. I think that's so cool that they put that in there. Because of the transformation, we do have a waist rotation, ball jointed hips, so this guy can go in and out, forward and backwards, go all over the place. And then right below the hip, he's also got a rotation there. The knees got a full 90 right there, and then again, his feet are on a swivel and also on a ball joint. So lots of range of movement on this guy. This guy can punch your face off, he can kick your face off, or he can chop and or blast your face off with his weapons. So we'll just give him his weapons right here so we can see what he looks like. And we kind of give him see if we can give him a good shooting pose while holding his axe pose. There you go. Not good. All right, I need to get better at posing my figures. You need to be looking in the way that you're shooting, buddy. There you go. All right, so he's blasting your face off, and then he's going to go and chop what's left of your face after he's done blasting it. I love this guy. This guy looks great. So if you can find this guy, check him out. Definitely give him a check because I think he's a great, great figure. A lot of fun, very cool. Again, you know, I've said it a couple of times, and I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I think it does merit repeating because a lot of people were unpleasantly surprised with the size of this guy. He is small. He is small for a Voyager. I mean, he's small for a deluxe. He is small for a $15 toy. He is small, but I think he makes up for it in engineering and fun. This guy has a very involved, not horribly complex, it's relatively easy, but very involved, very fun transformation. I think a lot of thought and a lot of engineering went into this figure, and I really, really enjoy it a lot. We'll put the axe here so you can see what that looks like one last time. And I think that is going to cover Transformers Generations Orion Pax. Please leave me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.